Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to another episode of ALTTPR League Season 3. This is Week 2 in the Lost World Division of the Light World Conference of Team Jaime versus I Like Big Boots. Today, you're going to see a race between Kermit and GanonsGoneWild. I am one of your commentators. I am Bandman25. I am joined today in the booth by Walter. How are you doing today, sir?
Very good. Interesting to see this race. I think this is bound to be a close one. Two really good runners.
Oh, I totally agree with you. Earlier this week on Thursday, these two teams faced off in match number 1. Zero Rush defeated Ravis by just 2 minutes. And if I recall, the match basically came down to a really bad flute location while Ravis was looking for a hook shot. So a very interesting match earlier this week. Both teams are 1 and 2, so they're looking to get more points on the board.
Yeah, especially 3 points each so far, and this is their last game for week 2. So every bit of points is definitely going to matter a lot in the season.
Yeah, if you have not caught a race yet this week, week number 2 of the league here, this is an open seed. Defeat Ganon, 7 crystals to get into GT, 7 crystals to defeat Ganon at the very end. So it'll be very interesting to see how they start here. I'm sure that they will probably start in different locations, since that seems to be the case so far in a lot of races I've seen.
Yeah, it's interesting how people plan their early routes. Definitely seen a couple of variations so far. Not too many wild things you can do when you start off with open mode, but you'll never know.
What's your preference? Do you like starting at Link's house, or do you like starting the Sanctuary?
I definitely used to be a Sanctuary dude, but I tend to like going to Uncle early instead.
That does make sense, because it seems like when you skip those 2 chests there with the Uncle's chest and Uncle himself, it seems like it always kind of can bite you in the rear end there.
Yeah, it just makes Kakariko a little bit more consistent. You have to probably make that walk one more time later on, but the early game consistency can be worth it.
Also, we've got a heart container in both places. Wow. So it doesn't matter where we start today.
Exactly.
And just like we thought, they are splitting up here. GanonsGoneWild. Ooh, green pendant at Hera, blue pendant at Desert, and look like just a regular crystal there in Eastern Palace. That's an interesting start here.
Yeah, never too nice to see too many pendants in the light world, seeing as those dungeons are normally pretty low on item requirements and pretty fast to complete, but
get our first mail there in Uncle's chest. Yeah, I don't recall the last time I've seen 2 pendants in the light world to start a race. So definitely gonna be interesting. Maybe we're going to get either early dark world access, or we're gonna be having to clear some dungeons here.
Yeah, so we didn't see too much good at Uncle start. We did get a blue mail, but that's not going to be super impactful quite yet, since there's not very many dangerous enemies in Kakariko. Kermit, and meanwhile, did head up towards the lumberjack there, just to try and get some tree pulls and bush crabs to maximize your chances of getting bombs. Didn't get it, but did get some here in the mushroom spot instead. So that's really nice.
Yeah, definitely going to make their clear of Kakariko just a tad easier, not having to spend that 50 bombs or 50 coins there to get your bombs. So it doesn't look like tree pulls are going to help us out too much. It looked like it was just small rupees earlier.
Yeah, with zero amount of rupees as well, would have been interesting to see if they decided to save and quit and go from Link's house over to Kakariko if there were no bombs there, just to guarantee that you have some bombs going into Kak. But always nice when you don't have to worry about stuff like that.
And now we're getting our traditional checks here of Kakariko Village here. We got several items here, so it'll be interesting to see what we get here. So not a whole lot so far here in Blindside, just some money and a little bit of love here. Here in the last check, we get some more money. So got ourselves 90 rupees there, so at least that takes care of our bottle vendor here in a few seconds.
Yeah, it looks as long as they get another 20 rupee, they would have the money to buy some bombs as well, in case there aren't any in Kakariko. So that seems pretty likely. Which can be nice when you go to South Shore. You definitely want to stack up on some bombs if you don't have any other weapons.
Ooh, we find our first sword. Always a good thing to find. Hopefully won't find another one here, so that'll lead us to our to an early Aghanim play.
Yeah, I guess you can use the swords on mini Moldorms instead of bombs. It's not as fun though.
Just a hard piece there at the bottle vendors. Kind of disappointing on that one.
Yeah, whole of Kakariko overall so far seems pretty empty. Might be empty enough that our runners decides to go for the race game blind.
Yeah, with our early checks right now, we might see more of our traditional route here, where we see Kakariko filled out here, and then make our way to South Shore, and then possibly, depending on when we get there, maybe go check out Eastern, because not a whole lot's being thrown our way, which is kind of surprising here 4.5 minutes into the seed. Just some bombs there on the library ledge. So nothing there. Looks like we're going to get ourselves over. The Kermit's going to give us that blind race game like what you talked about a little bit earlier, Walter.
Yeah, I like this. There's like literally nothing except for that sword in Kakariko, so this just increases the chances quite a lot that there might be something good here instead.
Ooh, we find ourselves the Ether Medallion here at the race game. So that was a good little gamble there.
Yeah, we don't know if we're gonna need that yet, but definitely worth picking up.
And he does save and quit, and it goes back to Link's house, get his heart container. He's probably going to head south from here, I would think, to go pick up the South Shore.
Yeah, looks like that's the play. It's gonna be interesting to see how these runners decide to route South Shore, because we've definitely seen a couple of variations on doing that. It's like we're gonna head to the dam first, and we'll see if he decides to go over to Mini Moldorm or over to Agina after that.
Now, what's your route here? I mean, granted, we only have the sword. Now, would you, after checking the dam first, or do you go over to Agina, check what he's got, or do you continue going toward the Ice Rod Cave?
I think maybe both. Do like Agina first and then Moldorm into Ice Rod Cave, seeing how we're probably gonna need to visit both of those locations anyways, because we literally have no items yet. Extremely exciting stuff here.
Yeah, no kidding. And so, okay, there we go. Kermit's finally back on the run here, making his way to Mini Moldorm Cave here.
Yeah, so probably skip the Agina then.
Looks like the Mini Moldorm is trying to be a mini Trolldorm there. Didn't want to give
like
Hermit a chance.
Looks also like we have a Master Sword, so I think that was the Sunken Treasure.
Yep, there it is.
Yeah, that's definitely looking to be a little bit sketch of a potential Aga coming out.
Yeah, the only thing we need to see for that is now we need to see either the lantern. Preferably, they probably don't want to see that right now. I think they'd rather see Moon Pearl and a hammer and a glove at this point, just so
Yeah,
they can
for
avoid
sure.
that Aga play.
Yeah, so sometimes when there's an Aga play, you kind of want to try and do like the flipper stuff to try and maybe get a chance of skipping Aga, or at least like get something good to have with you into the Dark World. But we are low on rupees and we don't have a Moon Pearl yet, so really the only thing in flipper location stuff we could do right now by fake flippering would be the hobo, so probably not too enticing.
Unfortunately, Ice Rod Cave just gets us five rupees. Nothing too exciting. And it looks like Kermit going to make his way now over to the eastern area. Going to check the back of Saha's hut there. Going to check out his closet.
Yep, and it looks like GanonsGoneWild so far have been following Kermit's footsteps as well, so it doesn't really matter too much for Kermit if he finds progression or not, as long as GanonsGoneWild is following him. He won't really lose any time by walking over to Ice Rod Cave like that. Alright, so it looks like GanonsGoneWild is gonna head to Eastern as well. It looks like we'll get some bombs here and maybe see what's on the island as well. Only 20 rupees, not very exciting. Kermit having the longest staring contest with this green guard that I've ever seen.
Yeah, those are always the fun contests, aren't they? Trying to see who can blink first. Oh, and now I say that he is back. He's now here in Eastern Palace. Hopefully, GanonsGoneWild is going to give us a check here. We're going to see what that Kermit picked up there.
Yeah, I'm guessing we might see a red mail coming up here because it looks like Kermit was heading toward Eastern. Well, obviously he did because he's here. But we don't know that there's another mail upgrade in the Uncle Tunnel, but I don't think he had time to go there first. So.
Oh, there's our glove.
That's a very nice find.
And our red mail, just like you said. Nice.
But for the gloves are going to give us a little bit more options, not too many, but we do have Sora in Logic at this point, which is not too fun when you don't have any money or an easy way to get up there. But we can do Back of Escape as well, and we could even sequence break up Death Mountain later on if they feel like doing that as well.
Yeah, and being as close as Kermit is, Grand Kermit needs a little under 300. You can always do a Houlihan if he wants to go make that Zora check as well. So, and so far, not a whole lot here in Eastern Palace. All we've seen so far, big key in the map, and then we've seen a 20 ruby. So, definitely going to see an item here on Armos Knights, and there is our Moon Pearl. So that's almost our Dark World access here.
Yep, that seems like a fairly important item to find. Now, this last chest won't be in Logic yet, but if this ends up being an Aga Seed, that means we're gonna find the lamp anyways, which would put this chest in Logic anyways.
Yeah, and if you're not used to your dark rooms, this is probably one of the most easiest dark rooms in the game. So definitely no misery mire. So
yeah, for sure. I think this is probably the best like beginner dark room to start with.
And we just find a compass here in the big key chest. So we do have an item left on the Armos Knights here. So where do we go from here? Do we take up the chance to go up Death Mountain, which that's kind of where I'd guess where he's going since he's a sanctuary, or with that glove, he's going to go to the back. Well, it looks like he's going to go to the back of the escape section.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. Really low time investment to get these free items. Well, potentially free items at least. And if that's nothing, might just head to the front of escape and clear out the rest.
And there's our map. Ooh, the hammer. Oh, there is our Dark World access. So we can avoid AGA 1 for now. We'll have to wait and see. So at least Dark Cross now is in logic since he did pick up a key.
Yeah, that's very nice. Actually, that rules out AGA completely because we did see Lumberjack was nothing, and there won't be any Pyramid Fairy shenanigans happening.
And it looks like that we got Kermit. He's making his way to Hype Cave.
Yeah, and GanonsGoneWild is heading to that hammer as well, so he's going to have the Dark World too. Looks like he's deciding to do the Dark Room, something that Kermit actually skipped, which could be quite interesting. Finding both the map and the small key in the bag guarantees that there is an item in the Dark Cross. It is a little bit awkward to do it without any fire source whatsoever, however.
And it looks like we missed out on Hype Cave. I didn't get a good look, see if we got anything new on that.
Looks like we have boots though.
Ah, yes we do. That's going to give us a few more checks here.
Yeah, that's very nice. Just decided to save and quit right after. GanonsGoneWild is going to play a little bit more conservative here and just clear out the front of Escape 2. Notice there's free items on the front here. And probably head to Dark World after that.
Yeah, it looks like Bonkrox just gave us some bombs here, so nothing too exciting there. So, but looks like he's going to make his way to the Thieves Town area. Oh no, he's actually going to check Sick Kid here.
Yeah, we did pick up that bottle. Looks like we won't get too much from it though. That's always unfortunate.
We do find our first shield of the game here in the front of Escape.
Yeah, if there's something good here in the front of Escape, that can definitely be a good edge for GanonsGoneWild. Could be quite a while before Kermit goes there, especially if we don't have the mirror anytime soon.
Oh, we get our second shield.
Alright, let's go for a chest in Zelda Cell now.
Looked like I saw a 5-6 at Turtle Rock, and then I saw the red pendant at Pod, and it looks like Swamp Palace is going to be our other 5-6. So Swamp Palace, Turtle Rock, 5-6. The last pendant is at Pod.
Alright, that's interesting item layout. Means we're gonna need most items in the game in order to beat it. Third shield feels bad, man.
So from here, it looks like GanonsGoneWild is going to take up. We're finally going to get to see what Hype Cave had into us. Kermit using his ether, making a quick work of that room there.
Yep. Does take a little bit to cast it, but it definitely makes sure that you're not going to have any issue with the enemies in there. And with Quick Swap, makes it a little bit more viable because you don't have to do double menus in order to actually cast ether.
So finally here in Hype Cave, we get ourselves just a heart piece. Another heart piece. 300, 20, and
We didn't get to see the boots actually picked up. As feels bad.
I'm gonna assume it's the boots because we did not go in with the boots on that one.
Yeah, for sure. Ooh, different take here on the routing though. It's not gonna say quite right away. Probably gonna head up to Catfish, I imagine. Can feel pretty free to just do this right now. They've already done the front of escape, so Kermit might wait with the pyramid a little bit longer potentially, but for GanonsGoneWild, especially with those red crystals placement, can just feel free to do this right away.
Yeah, and there's another 300 rupees there on the pyramid, so that now gives him enough money to take care of Zora. While Kermit finds himself the red cane, that is the first item in Skull Woods. We found ourselves a big key of the compass and a couple small keys, so gonna have to come back and check the rest of that a little bit later.
Very nice pickup, especially if that cane ends up locking the fire rod. Which, to be fair, I guess there's not too many places where the fire rod could be that is cane locked, but there is definitely a potential.
Here at Catfish, what do we got here? Just another 300 rupees.
Well, definitely won't have to worry about money for the rest of the seed at least.
Yeah, I didn't get to see what we had there in this C-shape house there in Thieves Town, but just a heart piece there at the chess game.
Yeah, and just for good measure, getting a bonus 100 rupees as well. Alright, so Thieves Town looks to be our first completable crystal that's going to be done here by Kermit, and GanonsGoneWild might head there quite soon as well.
Yeah, there's no worse feeling than leaving that check behind. So just 50 rupees there on the on the lumberjack.
Fair warning to everyone who's watching, we are going to be resetting the stream in a short while here. It's going to take maybe 20-30 seconds, and then we should be back up again.